And we're back, YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. As always, I appreciate that. Now, let's talk about Fallout 76. Because Bethesda organized this event where people from the big gaming websites like GameSpot and IGN were invited, as well as some of those people that dedicate their YouTube channels to games of Bethesda Studios. So these people were flown in, they attended this event, they were able to play Fallout 76 for 3 hours, so they actually sort of played a demo of that game. And, you know, it's a tricky thing, such a event, because especially for journalists, can you still be objective when Bethesda sort of pays for the fare and for the accommodation and lets you play the game? You're basically being used for the PR machine of Bethesda. And I can't really blame the people that dedicate their channels to Bethesda because they're obviously more or less fans of the games. But still, it's kind of a weird thing. And now, a couple of days after the event, you see all these people sort of releasing their gameplay footage on YouTube. And it's pretty much the same kind of footage because they obviously played the same segment of the game. But here's what I take away from all those videos that were released recently. The world of Fallout 76 looks really great, right? Although the graphics and the animations look dated and it's not really a step up from Fallout 4, the world has that sort of Fallout-ish vibe, and it's reported that's even like many times larger than the world of Fallout 4, but it is also reported that it is also a fairly empty world, which is kind of disappointing, and there isn't a whole lot to do in that world or things to engage in, sort of. So there's a lot of downtime and sort of wandering around, which makes those videos that were released kind of boring to watch because there's just a lot of wandering around in the world. And of course, with only 3 hours on the clock, there isn't a whole lot that these people have played, so there's more, but there's really nothing in those videos where the majority of those people that attended that meeting had this feeling of awe, right? Of this is like this amazing event that we were participating in, right? There's really nothing there. There's not that whoa moment when you go into that world, like in almost all those Elder Scrolls games and Fallout games, where the vault opens or you get out of the cave or the sewers and it's like this brand new world to explore. It's not like that. So let's talk about the gameplay. Now, if there's one thing that's really clear, is that Fallout 76 is not a traditional RPG. So if you're still out there and think this is a new RPG in the style of Fallout 3 and 4, it's not. It's its own thing. This is not a traditional RPG where you play a certain character and you make choices that affect the story. There's none of that there. There are quests, but the story and the quests really take the back seats for the gameplay loop that is obviously trying to collaborate with other players in the world to slay these monsters and to base build and to loot and to craft and all that, while sort of leveling your character. And if that is what you like, if you like games that do that, I mean, if you like sort of a Destiny kind of game, if you like survival games in general, this is probably something you are going to enjoy if you are also a fan of the Fallout series. So it's like survival and collaborative first-person shooting in a Fallout setting. So I guess there's a lot of people out there that think that's a really interesting idea, but for me it's really not, because I'm really in it for the story. I'm really in it for the real role playing, and I don't think that Fallout 76 is going to be a very interesting game to watch other people play, right? To role play this game is going to be very, very hard. And also the first person shooting. I mean, Fallout has never been known for the greatness of the first person shooting. The first person shooting is competent, and it had that little mechanic of the VATS system where you could sort of target specific body parts, and they've tried to incorporate it in this game in Fallout 76, but it seems like it's not really the VAT system that we know, because they cannot slow down time in a persistent online world, of course, but you have the possibility to target body parts and hopefully sort of shoot people's heads off or something like that. So they try to implement that, but sort of half-baked, half-assed sort of thing, I guess. But what really struck me is that Fallout 76 is probably going to be a mixture of things. Like Eurogamer reported recently in one of their most recent articles, is that it seems to be a kind of like a compromise. On one hand, yes, this is a Fallout game with a Fallout setting, with the Fallout UI and mechanics. But it's not really an RPG, but it does incorporate certain online elements that Bethesda have gained experience with when they were developing the Elder Scrolls Online. Although my biggest fear is that none of these elements in Fallout 76 are going to stand out as amazing. Like an amazing world, not really. Is the shooting amazing? Probably not. It's going to be fun and competent, but it's not going to blow you away. Is the base building going to be amazing? Probably not, because I think it looks like it's very much based on the core mechanic of Fallout 4, even to the point where certain assets of that game are being reused in Fallout 76. So personally, I didn't care one bit about the whole base building mechanic. I'm not interested in that. I just want to explore the world, find these NPCs that have quests, and they offer me choices. That's not the game you will get with Fallout 76. That doesn't mean it's not going to be a fun game to play. I might pick this up when it's on sale and have some fun with it, but I'll probably get bored with it because of the grind, because of the leveling, It seems like there's a lot of stuff going on there with perks and buffs and things you can collect, but that's probably not going to keep my attention for a very long time. So this is what I think of Fallout 76. So let me know what you think. Leave comments in the section below, and see you next time.